Does this make you feel uneasy? At some point in our life, we've all come across things that made us feel uneasy, creeped out, or just straight up petrified. But there is one type of horror that truly sets apart from the others: AI-generated videos. All over the internet, more and more of these videos are showing up, and under almost every single one of these videos, more and more people have admitted to finding these videos extremely disturbing, uneasy, or just downright up. But what is it with these AI-generated videos that makes them so hard to look at? Well, the answer is actually really quite simple. But first, I need you to identify one thing in this picture. Or should I say, name one thing in this photo. No matter how you look at any of the items in this photo, there isn't one thing you can truly identify. If you look closely at this photo, you can see what resembles the head of a goat, a pillow of some sort, or pieces of a red bag thrown and scattered around. But no matter what part of this photo you look at, there isn't just one fully recognizable object, which makes the photo really uneasy to look at. So much so that for years, hundreds, if not millions of people on the internet have been trying to identify just one thing in this photo, and ever since, no one could. With some even describing the image as to what it's like to have a stroke, which is when your eyes work and can perceive things, but your brain is just making sense of it all. Even if you think what you're looking at is real life, this photo isn't real at all. Nor was it animated by anyone or even edited. In fact, this photo was even created by any human. This was made entirely one of the earliest AI art generators called Artbreeder. Artbreeder works by mixing up images on the internet to form a completely new one. This disturbing picture was just a result of mixing up a ton of images in a way that didn't just make any sense whatsoever. Many AI art generators at this time used the exact same method to make art, causing images to look very uneasy. Now, over the years though, AI art generators would immensely improve. By the end of the decade, AI art generators would now be capable of creating images based off of users' prompts, rather than just remixing existing images. Though the first versions were pretty rough around the edges, progress would be very swift. Only a few years after launch, image generators like DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, and even Midjourney had not only left behind their once creepy looks, but they had also penetrated mainstream media. By at least 2023, most people with a phone, a computer, had at least tried an image generator once. Although these images have become better, they certainly had the same problem. The AI art style is almost instantly recognizable, and nowadays it just makes people angry. Doesn't mean to believe maybe AI should have never stepped foot into the art industry in the first place, but the era of AI art had only just begun. On June 12 this year, Luma Labs released its Dream Machine AI, an AI capable of making videos, and let's just say it was quite... Yeah, I don't like it. There's just something about these AI generated videos, it just fills me with a different kind of fear, like some unnatural sense of dread. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. All over the internet, people are saying the same thing about these AI generated videos. And if you're here, you've probably seen that video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. Now, just as Dream Machine was the first good, and I use the term good very loosely, AI video generator, it certainly wasn't the first of them all. This ungodly video of Will Smith eating spaghetti was made with Modelscope in 2022. And the way Modelscope works was that you type in a prompt and it will make a 2-second video. This video of Will Smith was made by rerunning the same prompt 10 times to produce up to 20 seconds of raw nightmare fuel. Now, although the videos created by Modelscope were just as weird as any other AI video generator, they don't quite cause the same sense of dread. Even in its latest version, they don't even cause the same discomfort. As a matter of fact, these videos aren't even creepy at all. But why? Why is it that these videos don't make us feel very uncomfortable? Well, the answer is actually really quite simple. These AI videos don't have any people in them. I believe the main reason why other AI videos are so hard to look at is because of the way people are often depicted in them, and it all boils down to a theory you've probably already heard about, the uncanny valley. This concept proposes a direct correlation between how similar something is to human and the sort of emotion it triggers. For example, if something doesn't really look human, let's say a microphone, it doesn't really make us feel anything, but the more human it becomes, the more empathy we feel towards it. But the chart isn't linear. There's a point in there that instead of feeling more empathy, the emotional response turns to outright fear or disgust. The idea is that if something looks human but with just one or two things off, it triggers fear. A perfect example would be this video of an old lady. You can see she looks human, but something just isn't quite right. Although the Will Smith video is weird, it doesn't exactly fit into the uncanny valley. It looks human, yes, but with just about enough imperfections for our brain to know what we're looking at, is clearly a fabrication. But these new AI videos, well, they fit very well. They look like real human clips, but something just tells our brain that all isn't quite right. It's this debate of whether or not what we're looking at is human that just sets off alarm bells in our head. But one thing that isn't a debate is the fact that these AI videos trigger fear. But fear of what? We've all felt fear before. It's an emotion that only comes to play when we're in danger, or at least when our brain thinks we're in danger. But why would our brains be tricked into fear of something that not only lacks any form or depictions of horror, but could clearly not even hurt us in any way? Well, there is a theory out there that suggests that in a long gone forgotten era of humanity, there existed a creature utterly devoid of any genuine human characteristics, but at the same time would disguise itself just to look human to prey upon us. As a matter of fact, many cultures across the globe still believe in such beings, talking about creatures of darkness that would disguise themselves as human but with something slightly off and filled with nothing but malice. Is it possible that these AI generated videos are only triggering a long forgotten defense mechanism against such beings in order to protect us? But that's just a theory. But on it all you want. But as for me, I'm done talking.